Flooferdoodle. Hey, Flooferdoodle. Come here. Sit. Sit. Boris is happy. He just got back from a 4-hour trip to the groomers. He now looks like a schnauzer with his pretty Christmas bandana on. He gets trimmed about 4 times a year. Helps to keep the mats out and keep them clean. Okay, go run. Away. So we got 3 turkeys for free. So I boiled down all of the carcasses along with a package of fresh poultry herbs, a bunch of carrot scraps, celery scraps, and an onion. Yesterday I canned up these 7 and I put aside a big pot for turkey soup for dinner tonight. You can tell they're a lot clearer. I didn't have time to run a second batch, so I let it run all night again. I just want to show you the difference in the broth color. These are the jars I'm putting in now. You can tell it's a lot cloudier because the bones have broken down a lot more. And the calcium from the bones, there's more of that in the broth now. I had 6 full jars of broth, and then I'm doing 1 water just because I have space in the canner. That'll be one purified water to go in the basement. They're going to process at pressure for 25 minutes. This morning I put a couple of front goat roasts in my Dutch oven. I'll be cooking them low and slow all day with some red wine and some broth, making some stew meat out of them. So I'm going to add the last of my 22 venison stock. And some of my homemade red wine. We'll start there. I'm gonna go grab a jar of my homemade tomato sauce to add into this and get it in the oven. There's a couple jars of the marinara sauce I made last year. So this sauce was cooked with basil and olive oil. So I'll add some flavor to this stew here. Then I'm going to add some other herbs. I'm going to add some bay leaves. I'm going to add some salt, cinnamon, black pepper, and thyme to taste. And then I'm going to go get some frozen onions and chuck them in there. I added a quart of frozen quartered onions. And I'm just going to add a splash of some apple juice to top this off, make sure it all stays under liquid, and get it in the oven. Looking good.
Yes, you're right, your sister needs more water.
Bone came right out of it.
Nice.
I have 2 hind goat roasts brining. I'm going to be making corn goat. So I added a 1/2 cup of sugar to 6 cups of water, 5 teaspoons of pickling salt, 4 1/2 teaspoons of pickling spice, 5 bay leaves, a tablespoon of peppercorns. And I'm going to let that sit until it's brined for at least a week. I also added some granulated garlic to taste. So I removed the brine from the 2 hind goat roasts. I covered them with water and simmered them for 2 hours. And then I just added a pound of carrots, 4 onions, a package of celery, 2 heads of cabbage quartered, and some potatoes. I'm gonna let that cook until the veggies are tender. So here's the corned goat and cabbage all separated out. The goat cooked down a lot more than I thought it would, so next time I'll be doing 4 leg roasts instead of the 2